does.
She
and
does.
He's not married for 20 years. He's married, probably like 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So picture it. These people are out all the time.
Yep.
Somehow, I mean, this guy, I mean, first, listen, Joe Gorga, I find nothing physically attractive. I'm not attracted to him, but I mean, if they're saying Melissa cheated with like a Tom Girardi lookalike,
right,
or like
right.
someone that looks like fucking PK.
Yes, it would be a different story, but this guy's hot.
He's is hot. So hot. Everyone going, look, he used to be a male model. He's an actor.
Yeah, he's adorable.
So picture Melissa and him, they say they all go out. Oh, and let's go call the car. So let's go to the car first. They're in the car. Margaret's like, in the ladies' room. The PR guy is paying the tab or whatever, however it's working. And they just happen to be in this car. And there's this stud, this gorgeous stud. And then Melissa, and then they're both horny and they're both drunk.
Oh my God.
You mean to tell me that here's right. They're out all the time together.
I know. It was bound to happen, or they were bound to get caught. But I'll tell you this, Joe Gorga does not believe it. And he's set. He doesn't want to believe it. And that's it. He believes every word Melissa says. Every word. Oh. Every word Melissa says. He believes her.
Okay, let's break that down since you brought it up. Let's just break that down. I mean, I will always be Team Margaret, but this really has nothing to do with Margaret. Let's just think about this. If Margaret witnessed it, so now Margaret comes. Now, can I just back up? If you were married, this is what I don't understand. Say it's an SUV.
Lock the doors.
Why are the doors not locked?
Because they were drinking and they didn't realize. They didn't care. They were in the moment.
This is why I'm a good fucking functional alcoholic, because even when I'm so drunk, right? Even when I'm so drunk, I think about this shit.
Well, I don't fool around while I'm married, and I'm not married, but let's back up. Let's back up to when I was on the show. The rumor was that her friend Jen, and I brought this up a couple times, her friend Jen, who was in her wedding,
Melissa,
Melissa Gorga's friend Jen was in Melissa's wedding. Jen is a hairdresser. So I found out from Jen that Jen and Melissa were together at Sushi Lounge one night, and her old boyfriend, Bulldog, came and they were making out in the parking lot. Now, Jen didn't want to come on the show. You know me, little troublemaker, best supporting agitator, pulled her on the show. She didn't want to come on. She really didn't, David. This is a girl who really didn't want. I pulled her on. And then, of course, Joe and Melissa, you're lying. It's not true. You just did this for fame. You did this for this and that. And he knocked it down, and they both knocked it down, and no one ever spoke a word about it again. Okay.
Was this shown on the show, or they edited it out?
It was all shown on the show.
Oh, I don't remember that. I mean, I vaguely do. Go on.
Yeah, it was all shown on the show. And that's when they wanted me and Joe to have another fight at a restaurant, Portobello, and Jacqueline was there, Kathy Wakili was there, and I walked in and we all made up. But Melissa and Joe were like, everything's perfect between us. You can't get in between us. And they start making out and all this stuff. And we laughed. And that's when we all made up. And that's the night also that I found out that Teresa was doing shit behind my back. But that was over that rumor. So this isn't the first time there was a rumor about Melissa kissing people. Listen, I wasn't there. I didn't see it, but I don't know. It sounds pretty crazy.
You know why it's believable to me, besides the fact that I know him and he's hot and they all hang out together? It's like, right. So Margaret now comes to leave and opens the door. Oh my God, probably screams and slams the door closed.
Right.
Because why wouldn't she open the door to get in the damn car?
Right.
And then why wouldn't you tell your best? You tell
of course you're going to do it. If I was out with my, like even a friend that was married or whatever the case, and I see something that freaked me out, I know I'm not going to go around and blab it, but I know that I'm going to be like, oh my God, on the way home, David, you have no idea. I'm mortified. I don't know what to do. I just opened the door on so-and-so and so-and-so, and they were making out and they're both married. That would be me. Mm-hmm. I would call because it would be like, I'd be sick inside. Like, I can't believe I just witnessed this. I'm sick inside right now. What do I do?
Yeah. And like, I don't think Margaret had ill intentions.
There's anything wrong with that.
Your 40-year best friend that is never going to tell anyone.
I'm not blaming Margaret. I'm not on this. I don't know what else she told Laura. I'm not blaming her on this. And I'm not blaming Laura on it either. I'm really not. I don't know what took place between the two of them. I know this. I turned on Teresa for very good reason. Very good reason, because I don't turn on people. I'm a very loyal person. I turned on her for a very good reason, because what she did to me was really dirty. And that's when I was like, fuck her. I'm going to do what I want. I got back on the show and I did what I wanted, and I still do. But it took a lot. I gave her a lot of leeway. And I finally said, no, I'm done. So I don't know what Margaret did to Laura. We don't know. I don't know until I know.
And it's not even really neither here nor there. I think we
It
just
doesn't matter.
never
It doesn't matter.
thought this 40-year friendship would, break up. And then
Yes.
it does. And here's now a girl who is scorned, who kicks up, and you call, I mean, the number one troublemaker in the history of, this Jennifer Aiden, who will bite at anything.
I got to tell you,
And-
I'm shocked they kept it a secret till the finale. But I heard that Teresa and Louis went to Joe on the side and told him that this might be coming out. I heard that. And then at the finale,
And they knew because I heard that Jennifer took this and then told Teresa.
Teresa.
I mean, Jennifer sucks her ass. Like,
absolutely.
there's
Of
nothing
course
she
she's
wouldn't.
gonna
So she,
nothing.
listen, and maybe Jennifer's intentions were good. I mean, listen, you have to give Jennifer some credit in the sense that she could have brought it up, but this is so big that she tells, her friend who's the sister-in-law, I just want to let you know, this is now what I know, and you do with what you want.
Right.
So that's even believable. That's believable.
So now Teresa and Louis go off camera and tell Joe. Now, finale.
And when do they do this? Like before they
This
film?
was in the beginning of filming. Okay, when this all came out. Now,
so they just say, FYI, we heard
FYI, we heard this.
And it came from Margaret. I'm sure they made that clear. And just, we're not going to do anything with this, but we think you should know.
Correct.
So, of course, Melissa and Joe then want obviously nothing to do with it during filming.
Well, hello. Now comes the finale, Dolores' house. So I don't know what transpired. Something happened that with Melissa and someone, and that person got mad and said to Danielle, the new girl, this is the rumor. This is what's going on about Melissa. Like they were all like maybe knocking Melissa, something to do with Melissa. And like, fuck her. Let's get it out there. So they tell Danielle, and Danielle confronts Melissa about the cheating rumors. And Melissa goes back and tells Joe. Joe blames Teresa, which really didn't have anything to do with it.
By the way, because I heard part of this. I heard that Margaret and Jennifer still weren't getting along this season. You know how like on Beverly Hills, because we recap that every week,